Welcome back to the channel, my fellow knife lovers. One thing I have to confess, my absolute favorite kind of knife is flat ground. Hands down, when you're practically thinking about things, it's hard to compete with a blade finish that has no lines, no beveling, just a clean sharpness from edge to spine. It's just a thing of beauty normally. This company reached out to me a couple of months ago now. My schedule has just been really packed tight. They told me to choose among their line of knives, something that I wanted to review. And I realized that on this channel, I haven't really reviewed any kind of bushcraft oid kind of knife. We've done a lot of survival knives and gear. We've done a lot of pocket and folding, the flat ground genre of these knives. I found this model called the Savage. I told them, how about that one? They said, sure. Compact fixed blade. It proceeded to blow my mind, and the rest is history. You're gonna see right now. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we have a nice little brown box made in Ukraine. That's one of the things I really liked when they first reached out to me. Included in the pack is, of course, the knife itself. You have this polishing cloth, some kind of rip resistant and napkin fabric type of material with their logo on it. The knife with a cardboard protection, a real genuine leather sheath with not only a belt loop, but also a clevis carry loop. I really like that. Nice little adhesive decal that you could put in your little knife collection board or back to your laptop, depending on how you like to display your collection. Be very careful when removing the knife. Even this cardboard, this knife is razor sharp. Right there, you can see how beautiful the stainless grind and polish is on this knife. It's been polished in a linear fashion here towards the edge of the blade. This is 1066 carbon steel, which I found that to be pretty incredible given the value of this blade. It is a $40 price point on Amazon. Of course, if you have Prime, that is free shipping included. I think even if you don't have Amazon Prime, it will be free shipping. You just won't have the 2-day shipping because it crosses the $35 order minimum. Beautiful dyed grain wood for the handle. You have 2 bolts on either side that seem to either interlock with each other, one male, one female, or go directly into the spine, which is not too thick, so I think it's the former. As I said, full tang, ground evenly with the scales, and then an exposed lanyard hole back here. I purposely watched a lot of videos of this knife before I put mine out because I wanted to see if the manufacturer has listened to the audience based on complaints, gripes that other reviewers have had in the past. This knife did come out about a year ago. So looking at it in hindsight, I could say yes. One of the bigger issues with this knife when it first came out was that the spine and the handle scales were not aligned with each other. One would usually protrude over the other, forming some sharp edges. Also, some splintering sections of the wood. I also noticed on previous reviews, we have 0 of that here. We have a very nice alignment here on the hilt, very nice alignment here on the pommel. Now the wood is cured, but it's not laminated, so you still have to use common sense when working in a dry outdoor environment. Just be wary of the possibility of splintering if the knife comes into contact with a rough surface, causing such circumstances to exist. Otherwise, you have a nice engraving here, BPS Knives Carbon Steel 1066 made in Ukraine. I always like when a company makes their branding authentic. Napkin test is pretty good. Paper test is even better. You guys want to be really careful handling this thing. This thing is lethal. Savage is a proper nomenclature for the name of this knife for sure. It's just effortless, guys. It's been a while that I actually handle something that is this sharp. Now, this is some wood that I acquired from pruning my backyard recently, so it's kind of still wet, but I've tried it on dry, and just the shavings that it creates is incredible. One thing I'll always recommend if you guys are trying to skin a piece of wood that's still moist, always be wary that moisture is moisture, and your knife at the end of the day is not stainless and will be predisposed to some kind of oxidation if you're not mindful and careful. There you can see, very nice. Now, one thing I will recommend if you guys want to see some torture tests and some real on the field action with wear and tear, check out Gideon's Tactical. I've been watching that channel for a decade. I love the outdoorsy, relaxing feel. You're gonna really like and enjoy their content when it comes to just real life testing. I gotta say, I'm probably gonna be carrying this next time I go out to the woods. My girlfriend's probably gonna steal it because she's an aspiring chef. She loves dual purpose knives like this that can double as food prep knives. This little bushcraft knife is not very thick, but I could see it being a great all-around knife if you don't don't have a dedicated survival knife, this can actually fit that role if necessary. Based on some other reviews where I saw the bending characteristics of 1066, I could say that they could have gone with 1075 or 1095, but then again, guys, this is a $40 carbon steel flat ground knife. It just doesn't get better than that for the value. So I can't really deduct too many points on their choice of steels. It's incredible that we even get this value to begin with. Shout outs to BPS Knives, and thanks to those great people for sending me out these knives. I'm a big fan. I'm probably going to be looking at their catalog going forward to see what else I can pick up to try out and review. I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed this video, you're definitely going to like this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care, my knife lovers.